Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video I'm going to show you how you can keep your devices cool in summer. Now during winter it's not much of a big problem, but during summer it can be a big problem because I have lost various chargers because of overheating. That mostly includes my modem power adapter and other chargers. So we all have power banks, at least most of us do. We all have chargers, we have mobile phones and whatnot. So during summer when we are charging them, they get the most heated up. So what I do is basically I use these types of heat sinks. Now this is not really a heat sink, but there are many commercially available heat sinks available in the market. So this is basically a railing or track for sliding windows or sliding doors. You must have seen them in your houses. I will show you where these are installed in your houses. But what I do is basically from a previous furnishing work in our house, I had a very long piece laying around in my house. This is made of aluminium, and aluminium is a very good dissipator of heat. This is metal, so it can absorb heat quickly, and again because these have fins, and these fins can dissipate heat into the environment fairly quickly. So when you're using a charger, what I like to do is I basically plug my charger in, plug my phone in, and put this on top of it. And as you can see, the charger is making hole contact with the bottom. So what you can do to make the surface area of the charger a little more bigger, is you can use a couple of pens. So even if you don't have these, by just putting a couple of pen at the bottom of the charger will at least help the air go under the charger, and that way the charger will be much cooler instead when you were keeping the charger completely at the bottom. So that's what you can do. I do this with my power bank also. So let's say you have a power bank, and when charging your power bank, what I like to do is basically I have a couple of these aluminium heat sinks. These are not really heat sinks but aluminium tracks. So what I do is basically I take a couple of these, I put at least one at the bottom of my power bank, and then one goes on the top, and then I plug in the power bank, and then the power bank can be charged. Other thing that people do is they don't take off the covers from the power bank on their mobile phone. So remember that when you're charging your phone or even power bank, at least take off the cover, because usually the body of the power bank or your phone is quite capable of dissipating heat, and by just taking off the cover or the protective casing can drastically reduce the temperature of your phone. Again, if you don't have these aluminum trackings, or if you don't want to waste your time making these, although these are not very expensive, at least I would still recommend you putting a couple of at least 2 pen at the bottom of your power bank or your phone when charging. That way the air can easily enter through the bottom of the power bank or your phone and can cool it a lot. And if you have these tracks, you can definitely cut them to size, or a little bigger, doesn't matter, the bigger the better. Put them on top of the power bank or your phone, put one at the bottom, and this way the air can get into the bottom and at the top. And because this is made of metal and this is made of aluminium, it will absorb all the heat from your phone, from your charger, or from the power bank, and then it will dissipate the heat from these fins that are on top of the aluminium tracks. So let me show you a couple of implementation of this technique that I have been using in my so there you can see that's my modem adapter. So it's a 12 volt 1 ampere adapter, and at the bottom you can see that's my fan adapter. So what I do is basically I had lost many power adapter for my modem during the summertime. They get heated up a lot, and I had to replace them almost every season or every couple of months. So after that I have installed these trackings that I've just shown you. It's been lasting me for more than 2 years now, and it keeps the adapter cool, and the adapter lasts me really long. And other problem that I was having summer while using my modem internet connection is that when I was using the computer and running the internet on the my PC, the problem was the modem would get heated up, and I would get frequent disconnection, and the modem would hang up, and it would get unresponsive, so I will have to turn off the modem and turn it back on again to make it work. So what I do is basically I keep these heat sinks on, and this helps me to keep the modem cool. What I've also done is basically I've installed a fan at the bottom of the modem. As you can see, let me lift it up. You can see there is a fan, so the modem basically sits on top of the fan, and the fan is connected to that USB hub, and the USB hub is powered by the adapter that I've just shown you there, the bottom adapter that I've just shown you, that one. And the adapter that I was showing you, so basically this adapter is running my modem, and this adapter is running the fan on the modem. And as you can see, I've put this heat sinks on top of the modem that keeps the adapter cool. And I have damaged about 6-7 of these during the summer season previously, but since I have installed the aluminum heat sinks, not really heat sinks but aluminum tracks that you can get from your local hardware market, I'm not sure about the price, but it's not that expensive. So this adapter has lasted me more than 2 years now, and it is still working. So I definitely give this technique a thumbs up. So basically when I'm running my modem, you can see the fan at the bottom keeps spinning, and then they keep the modem cool. And I put my the modem on top of the heat sink, the fan, and on top I put the heat sink, which keeps the modem cool, and the modem doesn't hang up as much as it used to when the temperature was very high. Now in the beginning I was very skeptic whether this thing would work or not, but it is very normal thing to see that it is made of metal and it can easily dissipate heat. But I was surprised to see that the result that I got was very surprising. There was a very drastic decrease in the temperature. Previously the modem used to get really hot and warm, but after putting these heat sinks and the fan at the bottom, the modem doesn't get really warm. So that's really helped me out. And this is the railing that I was talking about. As you can see, this is aluminium, and this is basically glass door on which the glass slides. And when we did some furnishing work in our house, and I had this a long strip of this laying around in my house, and that's what I'm using. And this is my aquarium, and as you can see, this is the aquarium light. And as we know, the LED light gets heated up a lot, and so basically this is the longer strip of what I was showing you, and this heats up a lot. And by putting this on top of the LED, I can keep the LED cool and hopefully extend the life of the LED light. Other thing that I have done is basically the LED light is run by a driver, basically a small power adapter. As you can see, this is the power adapter, and this adapter was also getting heated up. And to extend the life of the adapter, I've attached this, again a small aluminium track, which keeps the adapter cool, and hopefully this will last me a lot longer. And lastly but not the least, let's talk about keeping your computer cool. Now before the summer season, make sure that you dust your computer a lot. Make sure the power supply has, these vents are completely clean. Make sure you clean the back of the power supply so that any debris or any dust inside from the fan is cleared. Make sure you use some air to clean the fan and the heat sinks that are on the motherboard, which will keep the computer run smoothly and will not cause unexpected shutdowns. Also, there is your hard disk. You can also put a couple of aluminium aluminium things that I've just shown you on top of the hard disk. But if you don't want to, make sure you keep it clean and keep it dust free, at least before the summer is starting, and that should extend the life of your computer, and hopefully it will last you very long. Many people complained about their power supply failing, and I have never had a power supply fail on me. The only time I had power supply fail on me is because of the fan stopped working and the inductor inside the power supply had burned. So that's why I keep the power supply really clean. I usually dust and use some air and a paint brush to keep the power supply clean. And once in every before the summer starts, I open the power supply and use a paintbrush to brush up all the dust particles inside the power supply, and that extends the life of the power supply a lot. So there we go. These were the couple of things that I do to keep my gadgets cool. If you can't do any of these, make sure when you're charging or using your gadgets, make sure that you prop them up. Make sure you put them on top of something so that they are not completely touching the bottom of the surface. That way some of the air will be able to easily pass through the charger or your mobile phone, and that will keep it cool. If you can afford, or if you can be bothered a little bit, then I would suggest you to go to your local market and buy these aluminum tracks. What you can do is then put them on top of your charger or your phone or your power bank to keep them cool, and hopefully your battery inside your power bank, battery inside your phone, and the components inside your charger will last you very long. Also, make sure if you have a cover on top of your power bank, do not forget to remove this, because if you keep the cover on, the power bank will not be able to dissipate the heat and your battery life will be reduced drastically. Do the same with your phone also, and that will also increase the life of your phone as well. So there we go. This is how I keep my gadgets cool. I hope you found this video helpful or interesting enough. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.